Situated on the Pacific coast of Canada, Vancouver has a huge TV industry. Among the series being filmed here is a dark take on the Archie comic characters and small-town life. When Nathalie was cast in the show, Mädchen Amick of Twin Peaks and Gossip Girl fame was her co-star. They became friends, and during filming, Mädchen shares an apartment with Nathalie and her son Jupiter.
I'm a huge fan. Hello, I'm an even bigger fan of yours. Thank you so much for having us. So you guys work together and live together?
Yes.
We do.
She said, babe, do you want to shack up? And I was like, in a heartbeat. Because I know she gets lonely. You know, she's kind of like always at home knitting, playing solitaire.
I'm really good at solitaire.
Yeah, okay, I suppose.
Yeah, I follow her around. She's my only friend.
What's it like for you living with these two?
I hope I can live by myself someday.
One day.
I didn't know you felt like that.
How did the move to Vancouver come about?
We were here, my husband was working on Planet of the Apes. He's a VFX specialist, he does motion capture. And so while we were here, I thought, let me audition. And Riverdale, I think, was my second audition. It was marked as a possible recurring role. And season 2, and we're well in, and Penelope's strong.
Causing lots of trouble.
Yeah, causing lots of trouble. Being vile, worst parent in the world. People love to hate me. It's a dream job.
Playing the villain must be the best.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it, Mädchen? Because she's a kind of a villain. I mean, you sort of have your moments of actually being a good mother.
Like somewhat of a human every once in a while.
Yeah, I on the other hand, Penelope on the other hand, I think we've had one moment of semi-human
vulnerability.
Yes, but that was quickly quashed. And the rest of it is just saying the most hideous things to Madeleine Petsch, who plays my daughter Cheryl, and then laughing about it afterwards because it's just so vile that what else can you do?
Nathalie's on-screen daughter, Cheryl, is played by Madeleine Petsch, whose own South African connection is that her parents are from SA. As well as playing Alice Cooper on Riverdale, last year Mädchen reprised her role in the Twin Peaks revival series.
You are not getting a tattoo just to prove something to your boyfriend. Absolutely.
What's fun is I really love my character. She's
great.
She's out there. And every time I think I've figured her out, they've written some new scene where she has a completely different take on it than I imagined. So it really keeps.
She's always mean.
She's always mean. We're both always mean.
Sad.
Yeah, mean and then regretting it.
Yeah.
I mean, have you had any crazy fan moments?
I'm always so clueless. I don't really notice stuff, and then it's just that kind of thing where you're there and people are kind of filming you through the window or filming you in the back of their Snapchat, and Jupiter finds it hilarious because I don't notice. I just walk around in a dwell, but also because I'm a villain, people don't approach me. So they try and do it surreptitiously because they're too scared to actually. But then when they do, then they're super polite. It was also quite fun, though. I was at the Afro-Punk concert this New Year's in Joburg. Right at the end of the night, I had some gorgeous young girls just go, "Oh, it's you, Penelope!" And kind of being in South Africa and being recognised in Joburg, where I haven't been, really in the public space since Isidingo. It was kind of cool. It was kind of just like coming full circle,
I mean, how did you both meet? Because it's a great friendship.
Episode 3 of the first season, I was told this is where you and Alice meet. And I'd only ever seen Mädchen kind of at a fitting, and I saw her and I recognized that arch of eyebrow that I have and kind of went, oh, she's trouble. So I was working with a stunt guy and he was like, okay, you're going to walk up to her and you're going to wind her. And so I was like, well, I can do that. I'm going to give my all. This is my entry, my debut on Riverdale. And then I whacked her. I did this kind of stunt slap. And she took it like someone who has been trained in stunts and did the whole the massive reverb with the hair whip, the slow motion hair whip. And I was like, oh, she's good. Dang. And then I was like, are you okay? Doing the whole,
and I was like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, bring it. And so, there was an instant friendship formed. I could hit and she could take it, and it's only going to be returned. I can see.
It's nice to recognize a strong female. You clock each other and go, hi, I know you.
Vancouver is consistently voted one of the world's top 5 cities to live in. Although it's meant to have the mildest winters in Canada, Mädchen comes from sunny Nevada and Nathalie from Africa, so it's hardly mild to them.
What a great place to live. I actually think that if New York and Cape Town had to have a baby, it would be Vancouver. But it's such an adjustment to the cold.
Cold?
What cold?
We're okay.
Cold?
We're tough as nuts. Yeah, I mean, for me, not so much because I spent 10 years in New Zealand, so it was definitely a good kind of like introduction.
But if you were in New Zealand for so long, then how did you do District 9?
So funnily enough, District 9 was shot in South Africa, and then they did a lot of the post-production in Wellington at Weta, which is Peter Jackson's digital studio. And that's when they called me and went, we heard you're here, we need you, you're going to play an expert on aliens, on the prawns. And I just had a baby. And for the first time in my life, I was like, no thanks, I'm good. And they were like, really? No, please. And I was like, no, I mean, aliens addicted to cat food. It sounds like a bunch of B-grade junk. I'm not interested. And then I think on the third time, they kind of went, look, whatever you need, we'll hold your baby, just please. And the next thing, District 9 was this massive hit. So typical, you know, you run around the planet trying to promote yourself, and then the one time you go to the bottom of the planet and say, no, thank you.
It comes to you anyway.
Yeah, it comes to you.
Okay, I couldn't help but notice that the blonde, the brunette, the redhead, we're basically like Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Do you think you could teach me the hit?
Sure. Oh.
I think I'll be quite a hit.
Yeah. When you hit somebody, you've got to take a proper swing, almost as if you're golfing, you know? So you
She's
take
really good at hitting, by the way.
The stunt guy said, yeah, I'm really good at hitting. So the stunt guy said, as if you're taking something off like a mantelpiece behind you, you take it and then you wind, and then like with golf, you've got to follow through.
Damn.
Yeah, so you can't just stop. It's got to like from behind.
But I will
boom.
say, most of the stunt is responsible for the one being hit.
Oh, right, yeah, of course you would
It's
say
true.
that.
I mean,
It's
how
true.
many times does it go wrong that you actually do end up clipping somebody?
Only when you
Once
want
with
to.
her. once so far with her. But Alice Cooper keeps getting up in the middle of these swings.
And then basically you want to get as close as possible and then
Well,
get the
not as
timing
close
right.
as possible.
So it would be slow motion would be there. Yeah, and then you shoot
Okay,
it
you
over
want
the
to see it
shoulder.
full speed?
Let's see.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go,
wait.
girl. And then there you have,
Wait, we
they have
gotta
to
sell
add in
it.
sound effects, obviously. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Alice Cooper, who asked you? Oh.
All right, your turn.
Yeah.
Now you got to take it.
I'm going to take
You got to
Yeah, you
take
gotta
it?
take it
Okay,
now.
like, let's do it. So we're going to do it slow-mo and then proper
Yes.
like. Okay, all right, so follow through, okay? No half measures here. I'm swinging, and then wait for me, go. Yes, but put your back into it, girl.
Oh, my, get me out of
Yeah,
it.
like she's a professional, that's why I fell in love with. Wait till the last second, I'm going to wind up and then really throw your back into it, yeah? Okay, here we go. Ooh.
See,
Wow.
now, isn't she mean?
And the Oscar goes
Dear.
to...
Get out of here, meanie. I got you, baby.
Such wimps, they're not Charlie's Angels.
Part of Nathalie and Mädchen's popularity with women is that Riverdale is quite a feminist show, as so many of the female characters have more powerful storylines than the comic books.
So what has been your highlight, would you say, over the past year?
One of the highlights has been living with Mädchen. I don't get to see her very often, not often enough. We still got to hit the club.
We do.
Still got to hit
We
the
do.
club.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think developing the character of Penelope has been really fun. I love where we're going with her. I think it's going to get way crazier, and I love playing a crazy villain.
Well, ladies, I've had the most amazing day with you. And actually, I think, forget Charlie's Angels. I think we're definitely Charlie's villains.
It's a job worth toasting, as their co-stars include Molly Ringwald of Breakfast Club fame and Luke Perry from Beverly Hills 90210. Best of all, they've forged a great friendship.
In